Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the weekly forecast, 7th to the 13th of November. We have a powerful Taurus lunar eclipse on the 8th, which is Tuesday. So that's going to be the highlight of this week. Let's see what's in store for the collective and how we can work through these energies. Let's see what's in store. A new start is coming. Full moons, as they happen every month, is all about completions, ending. If you think about the new moon cycle and the full moon cycle, the new moon builds up the energy and then the full moon gets to a peak and then it starts waning down. So this says a new start is coming. So once we've hit that peak and then we go into the new moon energy a couple of weeks later, this is probably what's going to come up this week. But know that there's some new energy wants to come in. And we've got eclipses, so it's on steroids. This was brought up at the weekend energy, and this is a fiery climax approach. So I'm going to say that something was illuminated at the weekend, or even possibly before then, that caused you to get triggered or somebody else to get triggered, and they brought up some anger, some harsh words. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is in retrograde right now. It's in the sign of Gemini, which is communication. So this is quite apt for this energy that we're in. It is that war of the words. It is that trying to be that mindful warrior. However, when we have some wounding, some fears, some old insecurities, they can get stored as anger. Remember, we're in Scorpio season, and that wants to transform fears. So don't look at this as a negative. If something has been brought up, know that there's some kind of healing that wants to come in this week from the weekend. What else do we have? It's time to release negativity. Wow, this was also pulled up at the at the weekend energy. This is what we're doing right now. This is why we're getting angry. We've got some really deep suppressed energies, unconsciously. I want to add, because we're in Scorpio season, that we are just been stuffing down, but they might have to come to be healed, to be released, to surrender. And this is what it's doing. We're releasing some negativity this week. What else do we have? I'm going to give these cards a shuffle. I'm going to clarify with my energy oracle and tarot, just to delve a little bit deeper into this week's energy. So 7th to the 13th, what's in store? What's in store? Let's have a look. The energy is gaining momentum. Now this is an interesting energy. As I said, the full moon is a completion of the cycle. But then it wants to I feel as if it wants to build back up again, ready for that new moon coming in, because we did pull a new start is coming. So that new moon happens in a couple of weeks' time, and it's wanting to probably release some old baggage, because the new energy doesn't want to take the old energy, especially if it's fear-based, especially if it's unhealthy insecurities. It doesn't want to take it with us. So this is where these know that everything's for a reason. You're not suffering unnecessarily. I'm not saying you're going to suffer, because also putting a different spin on this fiery climax approaches, this could be you just wanting to take action, moving forward and just thinking, you know what, I've had enough of this fear of conflict. I've had enough of this conflict, especially around relationships, because that's the energy right now. Healing relationship dynamics. Look at the bigger picture. This is full moon in Sagittarius. We are approaching Sagittarius energy on the 22nd of November. That's what transitions after Scorpio, but I have a feeling that new moon is in Sagittarius in a couple of weeks' time after this full moon. Yeah, look at the bigger picture. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. There's something bigger than what you're thinking about right now, why this energy has been coming up. Time to release negativity. What's under this one? Let's see. Time to give rather than to take. This energy has been a big theme. This is where you've been giving your time, your love, your efforts. They've not been reciprocated. And this is this Virgo energy. So when it says a time to give, this is where you've been giving and it's not being reciprocated. And this is where things are trying to come into balance this week. It's releasing the negative energies, releasing the negative behaviours. Also negative behaviours of ourselves when we can get stuck in old habits and just be in that giving energy and not being received. But know that the emotions are running high this week because here's the supermoon. Surrender to that divine if you're feeling the need to do so. Let's bring in some energy oracle. Let's see what the energy oracle, overall energies please, for the 7th to the 13th of November. What do we have? What do we have? Victory, yay. To me as a reader, they always I feel into the energy of this card, and it always reminds me of the Venusian energy. Now Taurus full moon, is it going to be ruled? This is the ruler of that full moon. So 2 and 8 on this card is 10. It's completions. And themes around love, sex, money, death and rebirth, transformation, emotional overload is the theme right now in Scorpio season and approaching this full moon in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. It's also about karmic endings. But it's going to be a victorious energy. Financial constraints. This is very energy that we're in now. Remember what I was saying about money? What's our relationship like with money? Scorpio is about other people's money, debt, mortgages, finance. And Taurus, which is the opposite sign, and that's where the full moon is, it's about your money. It's about how you earn money. But it also goes back to the vibration of money, and that's worth and value. How do you value yourself? And this is where you're going to be victorious this week. I'm loving that energy. The world, something's ending out. I said about completions. Full moons are about completions. Now don't fear these completions. It's the most natural cycle, death and rebirth. I'm not saying literal death. This is just at the ending of one situation, ready to bring in that new energy for the new cycle. And that's where I feel it's happening this weekend. This week. Deceit. There's that root chakra energy. This is where we've been holding some energy of deceit, whether we've been deceiving ourselves or we fear the deceit of others. Root chakra energy holds masculine insecurities, where we can be a little bit too defensive. Interesting energy this week, guys. I'm going to ask, before I go into the tarot, I'm going to bring out my zodiac sign cards and planetary cards. I want to see what is the influence, what planet or zodiac sign is influencing this week. What is influencing 7th to the 13th? Wow, there you go. Wow. These were pulled at the Taurus full moon, guys. If you haven't already checked out my Taurus full moon lunar eclipse reading, I'll put it in the link in the description box below. These 2 cards came out. It's that fiery energy. It's that pushing forward. Now, I'm going to focus on the positive of this energy because Aries and Mars get a bad rep. Mars is known as the war god, and I did do a Mars Retrograde reading also. I'll put that in the description box. Mars is in Gemini right now. Gemini is the communication. It's our words. So it's words that can be spoken in haste, words that can be spoken in this unhealed masculine, this unhealed reactive energy, fear-based energy. Remember, it's wanting us to release negativity. Aries is about action, moving forward. So as I say, they do get a bad rep, but I want to put positive on, that we're wanting to push through this now. We're wanting to push away from the conflict, from this tiresome negative energy, resentment, grief, loss, sorrow. It's too heavy to sit in, and Aries is that initiator. It's a cardinal energy. It's that push that you're needing to push through. And if that means things have to be shot up in the air, then so be it. Something wants to come in and complete this week. So they're the influences of Mars and Aries. Let's go into the tarot. Let's pull a couple of tarot. See what my tarot want to say. I'm excited for this week. I know it's intense. I'm not going to lie. It's changeable. When we have an eclipse, it is change. Things are coming in to get changed. And some people fear change. Some people fear change. Let's see what's in store. It can be uncomfortable. High Priestess, trust in your intuition. This is secrets. Bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Cups. So some secrets might be coming out about family dynamics, because this Ten of Cups is that happy ever after, or some deceptions that you had around that happy ever after, some realizations. Trust in your intuition. This is all the energy that I'm feeling with these two cards together. Trust in the shadow energy, the light and the dark of what this is all about, this Ten of Cups, and where you might have been deceiving yourself with the people around you that you love. Interesting energy that I'm feeling with this. But there's a number 10 on this card, and it's about completion. And this is emotional fulfillment within your reality, within your emotions. Turning your back on the past. You've got the world in your hands, and once you do, you can move forward into that new energy. Remember that new moon energy I was talking about? Because we have wish fulfillment here, guys. Wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, which is abundance in all areas of your life. The Queen of Cups, which is emotions. She's mastered her emotions. She's highly intuitive. She's very stable in her emotions. Turning your back on the past. This is Five of Cups. Looking at the past. Yes, and if you have to release some kind of negative cycle, negative energy, it can be sad. Because it's a part, you've carried some history with it. And this is emotional. This is where you're looking back. But know that this is wish fulfillment coming in. And once you leave the old energy behind, this wants to come in. This is the Ace of Cups, new beginnings in your emotions. And this is interesting. We have the Hangman, but he's reversed. So you're saying you've gained the enlightenment. You've been put on the tree of life. So this is the right way up. You're put on the tree of life to gain some kind of wisdom, to gain some kind of knowledge, to complete some kind of karmic journey. But this way, you've gained it. There's the light around your head. And you've stood now on earth, on the ground. You're not suspended anymore. Because you've walked away from some old emotions that were no longer serving you. You've gone in search of the Ninth Cup. You've gone in search, this is the Eight of Cups. You've gone in search of that wish fulfillment here in your emotions. You're not settling for anything less. And the people, places, situations or behaviours that you are releasing, they've served a purpose. And this is where the appreciation has to come in for those lessons that we've learned. What is the gift for the week of 7th to the 13th of November 2022? It's going to be an interesting week, guys. The gift is something wants to come in solid and stable within your reality. This is the Knight of Pentacles. The universe wants to gift you that pentacle. He's bringing you in something new, something that's solid in your foundation, something that's lucrative with all this yellow energy. And this is you pushing forward into victory. This is the gift this week. This is the gift, guys. One final message from my guides. What is the final message for this week? Conflict. You're moving away from conflicting energy, people, places, situations. But it's also looking at your wounding, why they've served a purpose. You might have been in this fear of rejection, abandonment, that's caused heartache, grief, loss and sorrow. Wow, guys. Yeah, keep pushing forward. There's something going to be illuminated more certainly with this week's energy with the full moon in Taurus. Links will be in the description box below to both that full moon energy and that Mars retrograde energy. Take care, guys.